Hey, I'm looking forward to hunting season, and probably you are too. One of the things I like to do to get my food plots ready is to spray them with a broad spectrum herbicide like Roundup. And the reason for that is because once you get rid of all the grasses and things, it eliminates competition for the nutrients, and the seeds that you plant for your food plot are going to germinate to a higher percentage, and they're going to grow faster and better when they're not competing with all the weeds. So it's just one more thing to help make your property a little bit better than maybe your neighbor's property and help you hold and draw more deer. So that's why I do it, and we'll do a little video about the details, kind of the nitty-gritty details of exactly how I go about doing it.
Okay, let's talk setup. This is my four-wheeler that I use to spray the food plots with. You will notice I have a spray tank. It's a 25-gallon spray tank on the back, and I have an 8-foot boom with 7 spray nozzle tips on it. The tank, this one is from Tractor Supply Shop. Femco makes them. You can get them online anywhere. This boom, I had a hard time finding an 8-foot boom. I got it a few years ago. I found it on the internet and ordered it. The nozzles are T-Jet, T-E-E-J-E-T. And this works great for spraying the food plots. Now, they're 2 separate pieces, and as you can see, I've had to kind of rig my boom because my four-wheeler is so small that when I would hang it on my basket without raising it up, it was too low to the ground, too low to the top of the grass. So I kind of rigged up a wood piece along here with a couple of wood blocks here, and you can see the metal straps are kind of screwed onto the top of these wooden blocks to raise it up just high enough where it's at the proper level. My four-wheeler, this is a 25-gallon tank. If I fill it with 25 gallons of water, my back of my four-wheeler squats down. It just won't hold. I can't do 25 gallons at a time. So what I do is I just do 15, and 15 works pretty well. So I'll fill it with 15 gallons of water, and then I'll add in glyphosate, which is commonly known as Roundup. There's Roundup, there's Touchdown, there's Killzall. The one I'm using right now, I'll show it later, it's called Buccaneer Plus. They're all the same stuff. Patent ran out a long time ago. Patent ran out on Roundup, so everybody makes it, and it's a lot cheaper. I'll buy a super concentrate. In this particular case, my mixture is as follows. Okay, this is the Buccaneer Plus. 41% glyphosate. Take a red Solo cup. And red Solo cups have some all the same. They have some neat markings. There's a 2 fluid ounce marking at the bottom. There is a 4 ounce marking further up the cup, and the top line, there's 3 little lines at the top, but one of the top lines is a 12 ounce. So basically one full Solo cup is 12 ounces. 15 gallons requires 30 fluid ounces of Roundup. So I will fill my cup up about 2.5 times, up to about here, about 2.5 times for 15 gallons. That's the right mixture. I will then also add in probably 1/3 of a cup of Dawn detergent. It's a surfactant. It lowers the surface tension of the water. If you ever looked at a drop of water on grass, it kind of beads up in a ball. When you lower the surface tension with a surfactant, it lets it lay out flat. It lets it stick and adhere to the leaves a little bit better. So this is my setup. That's about everything to it. When I run my sprayer, I have the back pressure only at about 10 psi. So there's a little bypass valve on there you adjust, and it determines how much pressure you're running it. And I pinch my bypass valve until I'm at 10 psi. That sprays out the right amount for this setup. So this is my setup, and I'll show you a little bit how what we're doing when we spray. Okay, so now let's turn the sprayer on and let you see how this works. So with all of these, you get a little toggle switch. Mine, the little cheap one that came with this whole unit from Tractor Supply store broke. So this is just a regular old light switch I rigged up. Works much better than that cheap stuff. So let's turn it on and I'll show you how it works. So So there's one of the jets. You can kind of see how it sprays out of the nozzles. Getting soaked here. So anyway, you can kind of see how each jet sprays. These nozzles are 0.2 gallons per minute at 40 psi. I don't run it at 40 psi, but I say that just so you'll know which particular nozzles I'm using. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but anyway, this is kind of how it looks when all of them are running. All right, so that's the setup, and later we'll kind of show spraying. Okay, I'm going to put in 12 gallons of water first, because if you put a little bit of water, then put your chemicals in, especially the surfactant, it's going to start bubbling up and it's going to come out on you. So put most of the water in first, then we'll add our chemicals. Okay, here's another little trick to use when you're pouring the chemicals. This stuff pours out really fast, so if you look at the top, I've poked 2 holes in it, and it helps it pour a little easier, a little air breathing hole at the top. So this is the glyphosate, and this, so I'm going to fill it up. There's 12 ounces. $12 more and about a half. All right, bingo, that's perfect for 15 gallons. Let's add a little Dawn detergent. Again, I'm just putting about 1/3 of a cup of good old Dawn. All right, gonna put the last couple gallons of water in it, and she's ready to go. And that's it. Perfect. Don't forget to fold these in so they don't bump everything on the trail as you're going to spray. And now we'll go spray. Okay, let me kind of catch up to what we've done up to this point in time. As you can see, the food plot is already mowed and most of the grass is dead. So I let the food plot grow all spring, all summer. Around middle of July, I came in and just bush hogged it. It was really, really tall. So I bush hogged everything down, let that kind of die down for a couple of weeks. I came back and I mowed it one more time. Just the green stuff that was coming back up, I mowed it. And then I waited a week before I came back and I sprayed it the first time. The reason for that is because the leaf of the grass is where photosynthesis occurs. And the way this Roundup and all these things work is they attack the plant's ability to photosynthesize, and they somehow they go ahead and kill the root of the plant too in that process. So you need to have a leaf with active photosynthesis going on so that it's kind of puts the plant in overdrive and it wants to grow, and so it's doing all its chemical reactions, and it helps carry this chemical down to the roots to help kill all of it. So if you mow it and then immediately apply the herbicide to it, you've just cut off all the leaves that you need to do the chemical reactions to help this stuff work. So best thing to do is mow it, give it a week or two to kind of leaf back out just little short tender leaves, and then spray that, and that's what I've done. So that's already been done. I'm coming back for another round of spraying, mainly because I have this pesky, can't get rid of it, Bermuda grass growing in these food plots. It's starting to take over big sections of it, and I can't get rid of this stuff. So I am spraying and spraying and spraying. This is one more spray I'm going to do to get rid of this stuff. So today I'm going to spray it one more time, and then I'm going to probably next weekend come back, take a look at it, see if I need to do any final touch-ups of spraying, and then we're going to disc it up and plant. You may be wondering about this big green patch back in the middle here. I left that there on purpose because I have a little road that comes by the side of this food plot, and as I would walk by to go hunt, I was spooking deer out, and this food plot has a little contour to it, so I've left that in the middle to kind of make a block so the deer can't see me if they're at the far back end of the field. So that's what that's about. I'm not going to spray that. I'm going to leave that there. So. Okay, so off we go to spray. one of the added benefits of fooling with these food plots. I love this stuff, especially since it didn't poke a hole in my tractor tire when I was bush hogging. Anyway, so we sprayed it, and we'll come back, check it one more time, and it'll be ready to disc in.